Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing great. So today I'll be showing you guys how to apply for a marriage certificate online. If you guys are also interested in the death and or birth certificate, you guys can go to my channel. Those videos are already uploaded. If you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe. If you're not, welcome back to my channel. So ignore that. So to get to the application page, you're going to have to visit www.rgd.gov.gm, and that is for the online application. Okay, so this is the home page. So you're going to scroll down, you're going to see four circles. You're going to select the last one that is on your right that says online application, apply for birth, marriage, or death certificate. You're going to select that. It's going to turn yellow when you click on it. Then you're going to be taken to a landing page, and you're going to see three rectangles at the top. There's a pink one to your right. The pink one is for the marriage certificate. Now let's get into this video. So to complete the application form, there are four things that you'll need, which are your place of marriage, that's where you got married, bride and groom's name, the date of marriage, and your marriage officer's name. Those are must-haves. If you don't have your marriage officer's name, that's okay. We are still going to be able to help you. But for those who do, you're going to click on the yellow button right here that says apply now. It's going to tell you to allow for 10 working days after the registration of a marriage before applying for your certificate. So if you got married yesterday, it's not advisable that you apply for a certificate. However, if you're in a rush and you can't wait, then you are required to make an application at the RGD offices island-wide, any of them that you choose, whichever one is closer to you. And of course, it will attract a fee because nothing speedy is free. Click on OK, go on to your application. Then you're going to see your application. You can click that off. You're going to see your application. Then it says, the more accurate information provided, the better chance for prompt and accurate service, and the fields outlined in red are mandatory, meaning they're a must. It's not a if you want to do it or when you want to do it. If you want to fill the application, you want to get that certificate, it's a must that you fill those outlined in red. You're allowed to apply for up to 999 copies, but I mean, why would you want so much? So you're gonna click right there. I don't like my keyboard. So you can click 2, 3, 999, but I can't do 4 digits, so that's why I said to that point. Anyways, so let's go down with the application. Why am I being prompted like that? Oh, I didn't enter a number, sorry. So we're gonna say we want to, one for the wife, one for the husband. So it says husband's first name. Let's just say our husband is Noel and his last name is Jones, right? Our wife's first name is Sarah. And right here it states, let me try to highlight this. It says last name before marriage, meaning if when she was born, her mom gave her the name Sarah Connor, then that's her name, Sarah Connor. Her name is not Sarah Jones as yet on the application. So it says last name before marriage. So if she's Sarah, let's say, give me a last name, Sarah Richards, then that's a name that you put here. However, if you want to put her last name, which is now going to be Jones, you can put Jones right here. So it will be Sarah Richards Jones. Okay. All right. So then you're going to put your date of marriage. When did they get married? So it goes in the order for day, month, and year. So what was the day? So let's say they got married on the first. No, let's go more romantic. So it was on Valentine's Day. So that was really. So we're gonna have to put a dash. 02 2023. So obviously this is more than enough time to fill out the application form because this was all the way in February. So the 10 days registration surpassed. Okay. What type of marriage was it? Type of marriage meaning, was it a Christian marriage, a civil thing, you did it in a court, Hindu, Jewish, Muslim, whatever. If it's not there, you can select other. But let's just stick to Christians for the purpose of this video. Where did this marriage take place? We know that these days, traditionally, marriages are being held in churches and courthouses, but no, people are having beach weddings, outdoor weddings, um, backyard weddings, all sorts of weddings. So let's just say that our wedding took place at Moon Palace. At Moon Palace Resort in the parish of, where's Moon Palace? St. Anne? Yeah. And the district, let's just say it was Ocharaz. Well, it is Ocharaz. What was the marriage officer's name? I don't think you'll need a middle name, but say her name was June Pine. Oh my gosh, I thought I switched over. Last name Pine. So you know that when you're getting married, it's normally required for you to have witnesses. It's not a must, but it's a requirement. It's not a must, as I said before. It's not a must. But if there were witnesses, you can add them. If there weren't any, you don't have to add them. As you guys can see, it's not outlined in red, meaning it's not a must. Anyways, let's just say that we had witnesses, which is, for the husband, we had John Bailey, and we also had Renee, and Renee's last name is Renee's last name is Hundreds. Yes. All right, so the person that's applying for this marriage certificate, which can be anybody, whoever is typing up this form, filling out this form, you are the person that is going to go right here where it says applicant's first name. You're going to put yourself. So what is your name? Let's just say your name is, I'm so into J's today. Let's just say your name is Teresa, and your last name is Small. Where do you live, Teresa? Let's just say you live at Pinewood 34 Avenue. Alright, so that's where you live. You can add the next address if you want. You don't have to. What's the town? Let's just say it's Ocharaz. And the parish, St. Anne. So that's your address. You're going to need to put your address. Where are you? Do you live in Jamaica? Do you live outside of Jamaica? Hopefully you're living in Jamaica, because it makes the process a lot easier. If you're not, let me just show you guys. If you're not living in Jamaica, say for instance you live in Afghanistan, it's right here is going to open up, and you're going to have to put or input your information as say your applicant city, state, and your postcode zip. It's a must that you fill this part if you're not in Jamaica. And scrolling down into the application, you will not be given a delivery location because you're not in Jamaica, because it says pickup location information is required for applicants living in Jamaica. So if you're not living in Jamaica, the option will not be available to you. However, if you're living in Jamaica and you select Jamaica, and then scroll down, and the countries are all there, a lot of countries are there. You select Jamaica. As you guys can see, where it states that additional information required for applicants living outside of Jamaica, it's blocked out, it's grayed out, it's fully blocked out. There is nothing that you can do. You cannot input any information there if you're living in Jamaica. They need no additional information. You're living in Jamaica, that's fine. They're gonna also ask you, what's your relationship to the couple? Are you the father of one of the couple, one of the person that got married? Are you the mother, husband, the wife, a aunt, a friend? Whatever you are, you can apply. But let's just say that Teresa is a sister to one of them. Which one of them? We don't know. They didn't specify. But let's just say. Now, Teresa's email. Let me just say Teresa is Teresa123 at outlook.com. So that's how you can contact Teresa at her email address. Now you're going to put a number for Teresa. Let's just put a cell number, which is so of course it's supposed to have 10, but we have the additional +1. That's what makes it into more than 10. So I mean, I guess you can just invalid phone number. How? All right, let me just put 876. That's a phone number. Hold on, let's go. All right, phone number is good. It looks really long. 876-897-0987. This is too much numbers, and they didn't see that. Anyways, so any special instructions? Do you have any special instructions? Like you could say only hand. My keyboard is on two sides, so it's hard to work with. Hand to Teresa. You know, or you could say we'll pick up on Tuesday or so for whatever you want it to be, you can put it there. But it's also gonna ask for where do you want to pick it up, and it's only for applicants living in Jamaica. So if you're not living in Jamaica, the option is not there for you. But since we've been using St. Anne, we're just gonna continue and say that we'll pick it up at St. Anne's Bay Regional Office. Why are you applying for this? Let's just say we're applying because of a visa. I mean, like everybody's applying for a visa these days. So we're applying because we want a visa. And then you just select submit application. Now this will not submit the application. I'm going to show you guys. It will not submit the application. It's just going to give you like a summary page. It says to please confirm that the information below is correct. If you need to make any changes or corrections, you can go back to the previous page. So they're going to show you everything that you typed in on the form. This is like, it's like a preview of the print of the form, like the information that you just put in. So this is what it looks like, and everything is highlighted that you put in. All the information that you put in is highlighted. It's not in black, so it's not hard to miss. So everywhere that you see those purples, all of those purples, that's the information that you put into the system. So that's what they're generating. Okay, so you're gonna scroll down, you're going to take a look, and that's it. For instance, let's just say you made a mistake. Now if you made a mistake somewhere, just say for instance your husband's sick witness was not John, it was John, but the name was spelled wrong. You go back and just select okay. You're gonna go back and find it, and then you're gonna say, oh, this was John, where was it? And then you're gonna select his name, and let's just say it was John. I don't know, let's just create a name just to say, well, this was a honest mistake. And then you're gonna go back and select submit application. Oh, all right, so you're gonna select submit application, and then you go back and you check and say, all right, John is updated, so everything is good, everything is great, you're doing fine. So just continue the path that you're on. Then you're just gonna continue down, and then of course there's a fee. Did I forget to mention this to you guys? There's a fee. So if you're willing to wait for 7 to 10 business days, it's $2,500, and that's like a week or two max. If you want to get an express, which is like 3 to 4 days, which is less than a week, it's 4,000 Jamaican dollars. And if you're like a regular person that is not in a rush, it's just $1,500, and that's 4 to 6 weeks. That's over a month. But I mean, you're not in a rush, so you can wait. But if you are in a rush, $4,000 is okay. If you need 2 copies, it's $4,500, because for the first copy, you're paying the fees listed in the cost of service for first copy. But if you want additional copies, it will be $4,500. So if you want 2 copies, express in 2 days, in 3 to 4 days, sorry, it'll be 4,000 for that first copy plus the other additional one, which is going to be for $500. So it will be like you're paying for one $4,000 and the other is for $500. It's not really that's not really the case, but that's how it feels. So my suggestion is, even if you want one, just take two, because it always seems to be cheaper when you take two. Because why would you pay $4,000 for one copy when you can just add $500 and get two? Come on, get you that two copies because it's cheaper and it's easier. No, forget that little register wedding part. If you want information on that, that will be in the next video, so just forget that. That has nothing to do with you, absolutely nothing. Anyways, if you are overseas, or if you're busy, you don't have time to go into office, you don't know, you're worried, you're stressed, and the options are there. Payment options are there. You can make payments at RGD offices. You can send a manager's check to RGD. You can send postal order to RGD, and you can also make payments online. Like, how easy and convenient. I mean, everybody is getting with technology. Now, the processing of the application is dependent on you, because if you don't make payment, the application will be received but not processed. Okay, so it's advisable that you do make your payments, because even if you submit this application and then you call next week and you be like, hey, I submitted an application like 3 months ago, I haven't gotten a response, I haven't gotten a certificate, and you guys said on your website that it was 4 to 6 weeks, I waited, I didn't get anything, I was willing to come in and pay the money. No, it doesn't work like that. You can submit the application now, call them, or go to the office and say, hey, I made a payment, this is my reference number, this is this, I paid from this account, I made, it doesn't work like that. You don't get the certificate and then you make payment. Okay, it's not like that. You have to pay before it is processed. If it is there unpaid for some days, then you won't be getting a certificate. Okay, so now for the people, or for the persons that do not have a marriage officer's name, I'm going to show you guys how you guys can go ahead and apply. So for you guys, it's more like a search rather than an application form. So we're going to clear contents, and then we're going to go back to the main page, right? So we're going to go back here to the landing page, and you can just click back or click on home, whichever one you choose, whichever one you prefer. Don't mind the dogs, we're here for the application. So if you guys notice, it says don't know your marriage officer's name, click here. You guys can see the click here, but it's there because this thing is hiding it. So there you go. So you're going to click right here where there's an arrow that is pointing to your right and says click here. It's right below apply now, right here. Click on it. Now it says this is now a paid service. So I'm assuming some years ago, or even maybe a day ago, it was free, but it's now a paid service. Customers in Jamaica will pay $250 per search. Customers outside of Jamaica will be required to pay $3 per search, which is US, of course. Please allow for 5 working days for the search to be completed. Your email address will be your main source of contact. Click OK. Now, guys, they're telling you that your email address will be the main source of contact. So the application is slightly the same but slightly different, but it's basic. Here you have the online marriage search application form, and it states that the more accurate information provided, the better chance for prompt and accurate service. It does not ask you for the amount of coffees that you need. It is not outlined here, but it does ask you for the husband's first and last name, wife's first and last name, place of marriage, type of marriage, parish of marriage, place of marriage, applicant's first name, applicant's last name, applicant's country, and your email address. And they're putting it there to tell you that this is our primary means of communication, so please ensure this is correct. So if nothing else on this application is right, ensure that your email address is dotted, ensure that it is crossed, ensure that it is accurate. Okay, because your phone number is not going to be the main source of contact, so don't get your hopes up and say, oh, my number is right, the email address, I just missed out one little letter, but I mean, they should know, or they should this, or they should that. It is your primary source of contact. So you're going to fill in all that information. Then you're going to add any additional information that you want. Then you're going to select your reason for applying. You're going to submit your application. And then when you submit your application, of course, you'll be making your payment of $250. If you're outside of Jamaica, it will be for $3 US. And then you'll be able to get a contact, not a contact, you'll be able to get a response within 5 business days when the search is completed. So obviously if it's not completed, they won't call. I'm just kidding, I'm sure they'll reach out to you. But that is how you go about applying for a marriage certificate. If you guys have any questions at all, you guys can go ahead and comment down below. I'll be here, I'll be waiting. And again, if you're new, please go ahead and subscribe. If you're not, welcome back, and thank you guys so much for being here. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye.